going on, Jerome's? So everyone and their mom already has their NFL standings predictions in, and we're going to do the same, right? So we're going to go through division by division and tell you who's making the playoffs, who is not, and I'm not going to do like that's a win, that's a loss, because I don't know, like it's too tedious to add up all the numbers and make sure that they're even. I feel like a lot of people don't, because you look at some of these predictions and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, all the divisions have double digits. Well, it doesn't matter. Starting off in the AFC East, Buffalo Bills won't you come out tonight. So I feel like it's going to be pretty straightforward. So the Bills will win the division going away. I think the Patriots are going to be a little bit more sporty than people give them the credit for. I think Vrabel is a solid leader of men. I think Drake May has some weapons and protection around him. I actually think that Stephon Diggs could be good. You know, Trevin Henderson, I kind of like Trevin Henderson as offensive rookie of the year dark horse, because I think he's going to get 3-down work. I know that Genty and Cam Ward are the popular selections, but I don't know. I just think that Henderson's going to get some. Will Campbell's going to be great at left tackle despite his short arms. It's going to be fine. Patriots, I think the Patriots are going to surprise the Jets. Aaron Glenn, I think the defense will be good to go. Offensively, I think Fields will show some nice promise. Garrett Wilson and whatnot, but I just feel like they're not quite there. I think the Dolphins are going to implode. Right? I feel like basically everyone's been waiting because the Dolphins have been hurting for a squirting for a while. I think the wheels do fall off down in South Beach, and then they go from there. Next up, the AFC North. So you got the Ravens on top. I think the Browns are going to be a little bit sporty. Again, that defense is pretty damn legit. I think Stefanski will keep this ship afloat, and whether it's whoever the hell is that quarterback, whether it's Flacco, whether it's Kenny Pickett, small hand smells like cabbage, whether it's Dylan Gabriel, left-handed Bruno Mars, or Shador. I mean, hell, it could be that route. But I think the Browns are going to be a little bit better than people think. The Bengals, defensively, they're going to be a wreck. All right, so it's almost like there's consequences and repercussions from having all of your money sunk into quarterback and two receivers. I think the Bengals, they'll put up a lot of numbers, they'll put up some fantasy points, but at the end of the day, Joey Burrow needs help on the other side of the ball, and they sort of painting themselves into a corner. Steelers are going to be bad. That's all. Whether it's Rodgers, whether it's Mason Rudolph, Steelers are just straight up going to be bad. There you go. Next up, AFC South. Oh, yeah. Mike Tomlin, his consecutive wins season streak is broken. And Steelers fans probably want to get rid of him. Mike Tomlin will be unemployed for about 2 seconds. It could be an Andy Reid type situation when the Eagles punted him in 2013. AFC South. So you got the Texans rebounding. The Texans shall rise again. C.J. Stroud, he's too good to be punked like he did last year. The offensive line, Ed Ingram. Great. But I think the Texans get back on track. The Tennessee Titans, I think Cam Ward, I think Cam Ward is going to be a little bit interesting. I think that he's a true leader. I think that he has enough arm talent and an upside and just feistiness and tenacity to really drag this team along. Colts, I mean, they're playing this season in honor of Jim Irsay, but I just don't think that they're going to have it at quarterback. Whether it's Anthony Richardson, whether it's Daniel Jones, whether it's whoever, I think they'll be fine, but just not good enough, right? The Jaguars, first year with Liam Cohen, Duval, trying to get Trevor Lawrence right. I think Trevor Lawrence gets traded at some point. It might be before the deadline. It might be next offseason, but I don't think that Trevor Lawrence is going to be the guy long-term in Jacksonville. And then to the West, as I look to the West, so the Chiefs are dethroned by the Raiders. So Pete in charge, Spytech in charge. I love me some Geno Smith. I love Ashton Genty, and Genty and Brock Bowers, pretty damn legit, man. I feel like the Raiders, healthy Christian Wilkins, healthy Max Crosby. I think that they're gonna be interesting, and Pete, I think, will be a calming interest out there. Like, he's definitely a player's coach in a player's coach town, and the Chiefs. I feel like this is finally where the Chiefs start to regress a little bit. Chris Jones getting older, Travis Kelce sort of checked out, and Mahomes is still Mahomes, and they have tried to shore up things along the line and getting him weapons, but I feel like that the Chiefs will be good, just not good enough. The Broncos, stupid ass Sean Payton, whatever. And then the Chargers, I mean, someone's got to finish last, all right? And it kind of stinks because I like what Harbaugh has built out there. Like Amari Hampton's going to run wild out there as well. Then good to go. Next, the NFC East. So you got the Commies on top. Jaden Daniels, let's go. Let's go, man. Eagles at 2. Eagles still going to be really good. They're always going to be good with Howie Roseman at GM. They got the Cowboys, whatever. Oh, we got George Pickens, whatever. And then the Giants, I feel like Daboll's going to be fired by midseason. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a wreck. I think that they're just going to run this thing straight into the ground. I think that Jackson Dart is not the answer. I think that they're going to try and get into the Arch Manning sweepstakes, but we'll see. Then the NFC North. All right, so the Vikings win this division going away. In fact, resting their starters weeks 17 and 18. Against the Lions and Packers, respectively. Actually, probably not resting starters on Christmas because, Winter Warrior and all that stuff. But Lions, Packers at 2 and 3, respectively. I think the Lions flirted with the playoffs, but I think there's going to be a major regression after losing Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. You got the Packers. I mean, at a certain point, I feel like fans are going to get over Matt LaFleur, right? So the Packers just can't get over the hump. Jordan Love is not the guy, even though they paid him like he's the guy. And they got 17,000 wide receiver threes. So, and then the Bears panning out on all that March, April, May hype yet again. I think Ryan Poles finally fired. I think Ben Johnson does some decent things, but also I think that Caleb Williams is just sort of donezo, kaput. The NFC South. Ooh, the Panthers shall rise again. So I want to believe in Bryce Young because we're at the same height. That is neat. And, Thielen and company, like one last ride. They got Tet out there, a Tet offensive. And I think Canlis gets them going in the right direction. And I think offensively, they get up to snuff. Defensively, some of those young pieces start gelling as well. So I think Carolina wins the South. Buccaneers also in that mix. I mean, got a ton of respect for what they've been able to do. I think Baker Mayfield's been underrated for years. I think Bowles is just a really solid ball coach. And the Bucs adding Egbuka to Mike Evans and Godwin. Let's go. Good times, man. And then you got the Falcons. Whatever. All right, so Penix mightier, I think is going to be solid. Defensively, they went all in trying to fix their edge rushers, but and they got the Saints. The Saints are going to be a rolling ecological disaster. I think that they're a shoe-in for the number 1 overall pick, which probably is by design at this point. Lastly, the West. As I look to the West, so you got the Rams on top. Stafford, one last ride. Seahawks was slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback. Brock Purdy and George Kittle, that's the only players that can afford, but they're able to get things together. They make the playoffs as a wild card. They got the Cardinals. I want to believe in Kyler. Again, we are the same height. That is neat. And also, he's my half-Korean brethren. He's my countryman. But I don't know. Like, someone's got to finish last. I feel like, low-key, both West divisions are kind of stacked. I know that the NFC North gets all the love, but both Wests are pretty damn good. So, playoffs. Here's what we got. So, yes, all 4 division winners host home games. So, you got the Commies, Vikings, Panthers, Rams hosting in, well, who's going to be the 1 seed? I haven't thought about that far. I will say the Vikings 1 seed, Bills 1 seed. There you go. So you got the Bills, Ravens, Texans, Raiders, Commies, Vikings, Panthers, Rams win their divisions. 3 wild cards, 3 in the AFC. You got the Browns, you got the Chiefs and the Broncos, as well as the Eagles, Seahawks, and 49ers making things. Again, like I said, AFC West, pretty damn good this time around. But that's at 2025 NFL standings predictions. The most accurate in the universe. If you disagree with any single one of them, you're wrong. How's it feel? Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.